We are two everyday, middle-aged, blonde girlfriends from the Midwest that met during a very painful life transition that neither of us planned or wanted to face. We've built an invaluable friendship, and as we fumble through each unexpected thing that life throws at us, we laugh a lot. Sharing our story is therapeutic for us, and we hope entertaining and somehow helpful to you. In the last episode, we shared the top 10 things we hate about online dating. Today, we will share a case that was cracked wide open and is one of our favorite dumpster fire stories, finding ourselves unexpectedly single and dating again. In future episodes, Kelly Jo shares Black Book confessions and informs Jenny that she has been implicated in crime. The case of the Amazon break-in will be cracked, and we will share an honest and vulnerable discussion about divorce. As a disclaimer, a large part of this episode may sound as though we recorded it from the bottom of a hollow well with a dial-up microphone. Any perceived deficiencies are, of course, a bold artistic choice and not a reflection of our competence. We may be better friends than audio engineers, but the content is too good to scrap, so we're sharing it as recorded. Beginning in episode 4, we will be back in the land of functional microphones and much improved audio quality. Thank you for your patience.
Let me write what comes next. We're girls on a mission. We don't need to be perfect. Just honest, just real, just figuring it out over chips and salt. So we'll crack the case. Give me the pen, I'll write our story right. We came flying, honestly, we're gonna be alright.
Welcome to the JK Podcast, where we talk about when life is unexpected. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Kelly Jo. Okay, Jenny. There's some things on my mind.
Oh, okay.
This episode about 10 things we hate about online dating. We got ourselves sounding like we're up in the streets all the time. Up in the streets. We have so many examples. It's not really reflective, I don't think, of the quantity of people. I've maybe talked through text to more people than I would have thought. It's not even like we've been out here on these apps forever.
No.
And not very long. And it's not like we've gone on 67 dates apiece.
Definitely.
It sounded like a lot of dating is what it sounded like.
A lot of matches would probably be a better
Yeah, that's
term,
a better
right?
term.
A lot of
And
matches.
I think anybody can relate to that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
No, I agree.
Favorite dumpster fire stories. Oh, my favorite place of glory. La la la, love them all.
So the context is that I met somebody online maybe like 6 weeks before this happened, was really enjoying seeing him, but hadn't had a conversation that I guess you need to have about defining the relationship. I was waiting on him to do that, but so that's the context. And
Well, you maybe didn't even really know you needed to. This is what the young whippersnappers are doing.
right, I also you're right, Kelly. I did not
It's
know
not like
that
you were consciously aware
I
of
just assumed everybody was on the same page.
it. Besides, I think that's just an excuse. But
Yeah.
anyways, go ahead.
So I was texting Kelly Jo about just kind of a situation that's going on in my family,
Yeah.
back and forth all day about this.
Yeah.
And at one point in time, she says, I'm also working on cracking a case, which means she's trying, like a detective.
I crack the case all the time. I'm cracking cases.
Right. So she texts me and she says, I'm working on cracking a case, more later. And then I missed that, I guess, because after a whole other message, I said, I'm so curious about this case that you're on. And she responds, well, don't worry. You'll get all the deets as soon as it's cracked wide open.
Yeah.
So.
And I was working.
She
I was
was
working
working.
on that case, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So then didn't I send you a text about, okay, I've cracked it. When's a good time? I asked you something about, is it a good time?
No, before that, you asked me if and I had a conversation about our relationship.
Oh, yeah.
And if I was dating anybody else.
Right. You'd been seeing him a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, no, like he was the only person that I was interested in.
Right.
He's the only person that I'm seeing. She was fishing.
I was fishing.
She was fishing.
I mean, I didn't want to be like a creating drama. Where drama doesn't-
Right.
So, anyway.
Yeah. So
Plus, it was important information for me to continue cracking this case. But go ahead.
Mm-hmm. So then she texts me hours later.
Oh, no.
And she says, okay, I cracked the case. I need to talk to you about it instead of text. It's relevant to you. Is there a good time tonight or tomorrow?
And didn't you just say, just call me?
I did.
And then I called, and you answered the phone, and you said, What? What'd you say?
I said, is this about... I just knew. I knew it.
And I said,
I'm just also going to say, I was having the worst week of my life,
I know,
probably.
it was horrible. Mm-hmm. But being the good friend I was.
Yeah.
So anyway, what was the case that got cracked?
Well, then I think you sent me some screenshots
Yes.
of him interacting with you on an app. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, it kind of made me want to throw up.
I sent you a picture, and I'm like, is this?
And I said, yep, sure is.
And so I sent you the screenshots of the interaction. All I was thinking is like, this is what I would want a friend to do for me, but at the same time I was worried. I didn't think that I took it too far or anything, but I had enough, like 2 or 3 times back and forth. He shouldn't have been out there anyway, but like, how flirty is he gonna get? Is he really gonna engage?
Yeah.
He was engaging.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I sent you the text, and I was like, look, I was just trying to fish enough to see if he was going to be flirty. And I think I said, because you said that's disappointing or something like that. And I think I said, look, I can take this as far as you want me to take it.
Yeah, it's a good friend right there.
And you're like, no, that's enough. So I think that you had a little bit of a dilemma for a while. Well, first you wanted to have a conversation with him.
Yeah, I said, I'm just going to talk to him about this.
Right.
Because, to be fair,
Yeah.
I mean, we had not had a conversation about defining whatever the relationship was, and I was making assumptions, and so I was trying to be fair about it.
Yeah.
But I was, like I said, it made me want to throw up.
Because it's not like you were just talking. You guys had spent significant time together.
I was seeing him on probably a weekly basis.
Yeah. And on weekends mostly because you work.
Yeah.
I mean, don't they say the weekend girl, she's the one, right? She's
Right.
the main one. But yeah, so you had a conversation with him and you kind of let me know how that went.
Oh, I got to tell you about the conversation.
Okay, yes, please.
I just told him I needed to talk to him. Mm-hmm. I mean, he doesn't live, where I live, so I had to drive a little bit. And I remember we, sat down at his table, and he's like, this is bad, isn't it? And I said, well, it's not great.
It's not great.
It's not great. I said, the facts are... The facts are...
Which, by the way, feel like I asked you not to mention my name.
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I never mentioned your name.
Okay.
I said the facts are that you matched with one of my best friends on an app.
Yeah.
And she told me about
Yeah.
it. And the color drained from his face. And he was backpedaling. And he's talking to his dog at the same time about,
His best friend.
just tell me what to say to her. And
you didn't tell me that he was?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He was looking to the dog for comfort and advice. And then he goes, I feel really bad about this, but you and I never had this conversation. Right. And then I said, well, I just assumed.
Right.
And he's like, that's not the way this works. And Kelly Jo, my eyes were opened.
Right. Apparently he has some young friends too that have filled
I guess.
I remember you calling after that conversation though to kind of let me know how it went. I might be remembering this wrong. I feel like you still were kind of questioning what you should do, and I remember the time that you kind of shared with me, I think I would like to still seeing him, but I almost sensed in your voice, please don't judge me. But I was like, look, no judgment. You sussed out the situation.
Yeah.
You know better than me.
Yeah.
So now you guys are clear.
Yeah.
Great.
Right.
Right?
But it didn't
Fast forward.
It didn't last much longer past that.
No, and then you know what happened. So you were done. For some other reason.
Right. Yes.
And then you forgot, didn't you?
I did. Listen, I don't give people a lot of chances anymore. So he'd already had one big strike.
Right. And so I
gotta tell you something else.
Yeah, do it.
Not once in the entire time that I saw this man dated this man, I guess.
You did.
So, like, in about 2 months of time, he never called me on the phone.
Ever?
Not one time. I said, you can call me, you know?
I do remember that now.
But he never called me.
Freaking. Right.
But, I mean, a few weeks later, I was basically just done.
Yeah.
And,
for other reasons.
for other reasons.
And valid reasons.
And I just tried, I mean, we don't talk on the phone, and I didn't want to spend time having a conversation with this person in person. So, not that I recommend this, but I just, in a text message, just basically said, like, I feel a certain way, and was kind of wondering if he and I could talk about it. One thing that I don't tolerate well is, like, when people make me feel like everything is my fault. If I would have done this, then they would do this.
Or they can't be bothered with your feelings.
So he messaged back something along those lines, and I said that. Mm-hmm. This is just a no for me, that I don't like it when people make me feel this way. And then I was at Kelly Jo's house and texted me and said, I think we're done here.
Wait, you texted him that, right?
No, I texted him and just, I don't like it when I make it feel this way.
Okay.
And he went on this whole rant about how if you really like somebody, you should act like it and blah, blah, blah. Right. Just having a temper tantrum.
Feeling like he does everything wrong. Which, by the way, I just need to advocate for you here. Mm-hmm. Jenny is the least needy, complaining, asks for stuff person in the world. So I already know this is a bunch of BS that was trying to... Yeah. Okay.
So, I don't know. That's what I told him, that I wasn't going to tolerate that. And then he goes, I think we're done here. And he wished me good luck.
Yeah.
And then I just deleted his number.
Oh, man. We were at my house with one other friend sitting here. And this is something I need to learn from Jenny. When she's done, she's done. She's like, oh. I mean, we were here for a whole nother reason, but no, this has to be handled right now. She took her phone. She's like, well, I'm done. And she's like, delete, blocked. Yep, you go, girl.
I did.
Yeah, and she was done.
Yeah.
So then...
Oh,
was it days or weeks later? Not that long.
It wasn't long after that.
No. So I'm on a new app now. Mm-hmm. And I text you more screenshots, which we should talk about how ethical that is later. But this was just a picture of a guy that I thought I recognized, but I hadn't seen the picture before. And so I sent it to you, and I'm like, is this?
And again, I was like, yep.
Now, this is a situation where he specifically matched with me. Uh-huh. And so it was... And I'm like, Jenny, in what reality does this dude think? Because by that time, he did know who your friend was.
Yeah.
On what reality does he think that he can now come back to your very good friend who outed him in the first place?
Right.
First ick. But second of all, like, what kind of friend would I be?
Yeah.
Of like, well, now that you guys are done, let's pick up. Like, no.
This was, I think, I remember this a little more clearer now, because... I feel like one of the pictures was him with his dog.
It was.
At like a birthday party. And I was like, that's definitely him. Because that happened while I was dating him, that the dog had a birthday party. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that makes sense if he's asking his dog for advice. I have nothing against people that love their dogs. My mom's one of them. I had one dog for 13 years, and she was great. But I'm not like a super...
I mean, the dog does not talk back.
No. And when I had this little dog... There were times I would talk to it, but not like asking it.
Right.
You know, for
help.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it'd be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And my son would always be like, you know that she can't answer you. I'm like, yeah, I do.
It was a dumpster fire.
It was a dumpster fire. But listen, when life is unexpected and you're dealing with all this, sometimes you need some things to laugh about.
That's right.
And we've had a few laughs. Mm-hmm. We've had a few laughs. So much so that we couldn't even finish the conversation through text. We had to get on the phone.
Right.
It's just too good.
We'll laugh about this later. The story's still being written.
This is really bothering me, and I would like a chance to redeem myself.
Okay.
So this whole thing about me not knowing what chat GPT is.
Yeah.
It's not like I am completely unaware of artificial intelligence and some of the ways that it's used. I used artificial intelligence to make something for you.
Okay. Is
So-
it a text message?
No, I made you a song about our friendship and about us wanting to now help other people.
Okay. All right.
Okay?
And
So-
the AI helped you do this?
It did now, but please don't get it twisted. The lyrics are mine. Okay, but
Right.
I didn't do the singing and I didn't do the music. I want to play it for you
Okay.
but I wanted to do it when I could get your honest first reaction.
Okay.
Did you have questions? You seem like you had follow-up questions.
Well, I'm just curious about the process.
Okay.
So you write the lyrics and put them into the AI tool?
Okay, listen, I'm not like an expert user yet, but
It sounds like it.
So I knew it was possible. I didn't know
Okay.
how, and I knew it was possible, so I went out and I did some searching.
Uh-huh.
You can do it a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
You can have a ghostwriter.
A ghostwriter?
A ghostwriter. You can say, these are some things I want it to be back. My first grandchild and how I enjoy reading him books and, like whatever thoughts or sentences or what you want to put in there. You can also tell it, I want a tropical sound, I want a country sound, I want this, that, female vocalist, male vocalist, whatever.
Okay.
And then it will generate something.
This seems like a good use of AI, actually.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Or you can write your own, you can compose it yourself, your lyrics, and then tell it what kind of feel you want it to have, and then it will put it to music, which is what's happened here. I just want you to know I put a little bit of effort into it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to play it for you, and we'll see what you think. I like the vibe, but it might sound a little bit like we should be slow dancing.
Oh boy, this took a turn.
And I'm not sure what I want to call this yet, but I think I'm going to call it Arriving.
Arriving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Broken but alive through darkest days. God gave us strength. Our paths crossed ways. When tears would fall, we'd walk each mile. Through every call, you'd make me smile. Every needed hug, every healing cry made us brave enough to stand side by side. We're arriving, arriving, arriving where we belong. We're arriving, arriving, arriving. Hearts bring us song, love by God's grace.
I loved it.
I just kept thinking, not trying to be out here acting like we've arrived, like we have it all together and we've been through everything life's going to bring us, and, that we're not still learning. I don't even know if we're fully, completely, 100% healed. I mean, that's a process, right?
Yeah.
But we're arriving, and I think, how we've talked about, we kind of are where we were meant to be at this moment, no matter what we're going through. It is what our life is now. And
right.
Yeah. You're a good friend.
Oh, same, Kelly Jo.
I
am impressed.
I love the sound of it. It did occur to me, this sounds like a love song, but you know what? I just couldn't. I loved the voice. I loved everything about it.
Yeah.
Going with it.
It touched my heart.
Oh,
for
good.
sure.
I'm glad. Okay.
Where we belong. We're arriving, arriving, arriving. Hearts bring us song, love by God's grace.
Listen, Kelly Jo, do you remember when you and I were talking about men in their 40s and 50s who have never been married? And whether or not that's a red flag?
Yeah.
You remember that conversation?
Yeah. Still out. Jury's still out.
Right. And we kind of decided maybe it was more like a than a red flag.
Yeah, maybe questions need to be asked.
Right. So
Could be a perfectly reasonable
It
explanation.
could be.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely could be, but it does make you kind of go,
Yeah.
I asked for a male perspective, right?
Yeah.
I was telling my boyfriend that you and I had that conversation, and I wanted to know what his thoughts were on it, right? So we're outside on a patio, and it was a little windy, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You're
tell
gonna
you
give him
that part, okay?
okay.
And I'm also gonna tell you we're gonna keep this PG. So,
Okay.
So there might be some bleeping.
But that means that it wasn't PG? No,
No, it was a PG.
Okay. I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Not PG-13.
Okay.
This is the PG version.
Okay,
of the bleeps.
gotcha. Perfect.
So I'm telling him that, right? That you and I had that conversation.
Yeah.
And I said, what do you think about that? Like men who are in their 40s and 50s who have never been married. Is that like a thing? And he goes,
I can't wait.
so good. He's like, I don't know what the problem is because I'm 50 and he's like, what's the problem?
Wait, he said he's 50 and... Oh!
Yeah, and I was like, and he kept like giving me all these examples. And I said, wait, what did you think I said? And he goes, oh, like 50 and... I said, honey, no. I said men who are in their 40s and 50s
So...
who have never been married.
Okay, so wait. I have so many follow-up questions.
Yeah.
First
I
of all,
can't say the word on the internet, Skelly Joe.
I know, but first of all... Okay, that's funny. But first of all, so he's answering you seriously, right?
He's so serious.
Right, like he is giving a reflective, honest answer about your
Yes.
question. But here's my question.
Uh-huh.
So in his head, he thought you and I were discussing whether somebody is in their 50s and not doing very natural things is a red flag.
Right.
Like we're wondering, like we expect that all of these types of behaviors should stop at that point.
I mean,
And so he's
I didn't think about that part.
like, why would we...
Yeah. Because he was saying things like, I guess I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Well, if you asked me the question with that word in it, I wouldn't think it's a big deal either.
No. But,
You would hope.
right.
You would hope there would be men in their 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the funny story.
Yeah,
Right.
that's funny.
But like, is it a red flag for you if men are in their 40s and 50s or older and have never been married?
I don't know. I don't know if I'd call it a red flag, but I would call it, that is something that would make me very curious, and I would want to know early on, which we can talk about in an episode because some of them I've gotten from you, but we got guidelines about what you do and don't ask on
Right.
the first, second, third
Yeah.
day. So at some point, that's part of the vetting process, though. It's not a problem in and of itself. But I would have questions. Like, I would want to know, have they ever been in a relationship that was serious? Like, I'm trying to figure out, do you have commitment issues? Do you have avoidance issues?
Right.
Do you are you a player? Like, what? Maybe it's somebody that just, some people, marriage isn't for them. But then that's another thing I need to know. Like, so...
Yeah.
If you get really serious with somebody, like, how do you feel about marriage? Or how do you feel about commitment ceremonies? How do you feel about, domestic partnership or whatever? There may be other reasons too. Maybe they served in the military for 30 years.
Right.
Or were taking care of their elderly mother and just,
Yeah.
I mean, there could be a lot of reasons. So for me, it would come down to just give me a little context. And I think context is everything. I will say, of the people in that age group, men that haven't been married, that we have encountered, they were red flags. But here's my...
You're right.
But that's just what we have experience with. But here's my philosophy about that, Jenny. I think that out on these dating apps, there is a higher percentage of just weird people than the general population.
You're lumping us in there. Well, right.
But it's not 100%. I'm just saying it's higher than
Yeah.
general population, there's a lot of crazies. The other thing I read in a book is that there's a certain type of personality that ends up in the dating pool, recycled through the dating pool more often because they have a hard time staying in relationships. So that might be part of it too, is like if somebody does have commitment issues and they're of that age, they would be that kind of target person that would get thrown back into the dating pool a lot. The good ones that are really like know what they want, they're committed, one woman, really know how to show up, all that, you know, they get in relationships and they stay in them. I mean, maybe not forever, but for a long time.
I think you're onto something. Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. I would be interested what other people have to say. And then the question goes for women too. Is there a problem if a woman hasn't been married when she's in that age group? You know,
I think the judgment maybe is harsher for women in that age group.
And I think in our generations too, like, I don't know how the younger kids feel, but like, and we just kind of come from backgrounds and where it's just sort of it doesn't really occur to you that you wouldn't grow up and get married, right? So,
you're right.
But not everybody thinks that way, and nor should we all think the same. But that's a great question.
We'll laugh about this later. The story's still being written.
Thank you for listening. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel at JK Podcast Life Unexpected. If you found this episode enjoyable, please share it with a friend and help us grow. We would love to hear from you by either commenting on this episode or sending us an email at jkunexpectedpodcast@gmail.com. That's jkunexpectedpodcast@gmail.com.